And welcome on in, everyone. Behind the Counter podcast, live here on Insane Games TV. Just used our new stream deck for the first time. I know Dave's been using it the last couple weeks, but this is the first time I've got to use it after taking last week off. Not bad. It's kind of a neat little gadget we have here.
Use that thing even?
I got the full. I can pull up any slide I want to pull up from any show right here. It's not bad, and it has the little pictures on it.
That's probably the best part.
Not bad. So we got a little stream deck, another little toy we've added here for Insane Games TV set. Welcome on everyone, Behind the Counter podcast here. Mike and I, behind the counter here at Insane Games, live here at Insane Games TV. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Fantasy football started up yesterday.
It says it was disconnected on there for a second. Hold up.
No, it's all right.
Oh, my feed got cut for some reason.
One of my favorite days of the year. I know it's one of your favorite days of the year. You gonna mute it? What are you doing over there? Get yourself under control.
Now it works.
Fantasy football.
Alright.
I run this town, my team, back in action. Trying to repeat last year, going 5-0 the first 5 weeks. Took Jeremy head-to-head this week. Couple people in the channel that are on this Austin Monday Night Gaming's in our league. Tyler, who's with Austin a lot. With the No Look, Bumble Bachelor, Monday Night Gaming, Thirsty Thursdays. We have you, myself, Dave from Weekend Wednesday, and Sunday Service, and Nerd Glasses. Who else is in there? Tom, never know, from the Dream Team.
Jackson Rainwater's brother.
Nico Rainwater.
Tuesday.
He's in there, and various others are all in the Fantasy Football League, but that started up yesterday.
Your own father, did you mention him?
TJ Shevlin in there as well. Troublemaker TJ. Get the Madden
number one rival.
Madden 21 going in the background to celebrate the beginning of fantasy football. So, not bad. I mean, you want to jump right into fantasy football talk briefly, or?
I don't have much to say on it this week.
You don't have much to say?
I made a crucial mistake with my defense. Even if I played all my best players this week, I don't think I would have had a chance. That's a real shame. You hate to see it, but as a 3-time champion, I know as well as any, sometimes people just go off.
Let me explain what happened here. Okay, Mike, defending champion of last year, 3-time champion in our league, 2-time champion, but 3-time champ. Props for leading the champion category right now. But between the both of us, 5 championships right here, sitting at this table. Out of the how many? 9 that are out there?
Group.
Okay, but let me set the table here for what happened, and you can explain in your own words here to the people watching.
I'll let you hear what you have to say first.
You being a 3-time champion, went head-to-head with the only new person of the league this season. Okay, AC Weezy walked in. Austin Cook walked in, rookie to the league. For all I know, he knows absolutely nothing about fantasy football. We don't know. We don't know his stats. We don't know what other leagues he's been part of. He talked as if he knows football. So you gotta take it. Does he know football? Does he not know football? Okay,
It's week one.
Went with a very interesting drafting strategy that none of us have seen before in our league.
I plotted that.
Okay, went with no kicker, went with no defense to start. Picked up some people that he hoped maybe would become either starters or big prospects as the weeks to the season opener came. But nonetheless, he walked in as the rookie, the only rookie in our league, and took the cheeks of the defending 3-time champion.
That's just the
rest in power, as you call yourself in
cruel
fantasy.
lady that is fantasy football. There is a harsh component that is luck. None of my guys exploded for me other than Russ Wilson. That's honestly my biggest regret, is that I stabbed Russell Wilson in the back.
He not only took your cheeks, he slapped you around a few times as well while doing it.
He would have slapped around anybody in the league this week. Possibly still you. Who knows?
No, I don't think so.
You could have a collapse. And he could have possibly slapped everybody's cheeks this week.
I'll be just fine.
You got a couple people up to play, but he's got, 15 points on you right now?
I'll be just fine.
We'll see about that.
The reality is, you allowed the rookie to come in and slap you around.
I sometimes have problems with new players.
And I can't wait to hear what his thoughts are later
Chad Ross
tonight.
Was my biggest rival when I played him.
I'm sure he's involved. interesting strategy. Okay, if Tyler's on Monday Night Gaming tonight with Austin, Tyler didn't do so well. Austin's doing pretty well right now. It'll be interesting to see the arguments in both of them. I'm very curious to see, what Austin Cook has to say about the slap around the current defending 3-time champion, rest in power. But I'm also curious to see Tyler defend his team and how he thinks his team is performing after week 1.
So that's the only silver lining, is that he can't attack me this week as well.
Who?
His team got slapped around.
I'm very curious to see what those two have to say if they talk about fantasy football Monday Night Gaming tonight.
I haven't even looked at chat since the matchups.
I've noticed you haven't been looking.
I've got nothing to say. Nothing to say this week.
My team, on the other hand, laying it the smackdown. 100 projected, 135 points.
You're going to collapse.
Taking it right to Jeremy.
Is it possible that Jeremy beats you still, actually? Honestly? You said he has 3 people left.
I have 2. Jeremy has his kicker, defense, and a wide receiver.
Could happen.
It could possibly happen. I also had James Conner, Saquon Barkley, and I got a 30-point lead ahead.
The 2 players weren't his kicker and his defense. I pulled it up. He's got a kicker.
Oh, it's happened, Mike. It's happened before. Do we need to go over some of the crazy things that have happened in the past?
I guess if his defense were to put up a 30 bomb, it would be within question, which isn't impossible.
Yeah.
Steelers going to come out hot today.
Regardless, we don't want to talk about too much fantasy football. I know Austin's be breaking down the Sunday games and on Monday Night Gaming, and I'm sure he'll be talking about joining our fantasy league. I'm very, very intrigued to find out what he has to say. Is he going to shit talk, Mike? I don't know. Is he going to shit talk? Is he going to call you out?
He did get a rightful win as the...
And as he's doing it, what's Tyler going to say in the background? Not much to say. I mean, I don't know. I'm very curious to see what these two have to say later tonight.
Our own, very own Weekend Wednesday, David Mann, gave him a licking.
Gave him the backhand. TJ's in a nail biter with Dave Rizzo.
That one is probably the closest match.
Tom slapped around Nate. Slapped around Nate.
Not necessarily. We'll see how his defense does. Or he has a tight end left to go.
Nate's done.
Yeah. But 10 points isn't that bad of a defeat. Depends how well his tight end. It has the potential to turn into a bloodbath.
It has some strong potential to turn into a bloodbath.
Nate's on the ropes right now.
I mean, it has some pretty...
Mr. Rainwater could lose tonight as well. All she needs is a 10.3 points from Juju. That's a 40-yard touchdown. 40 yards and a touchdown. And that would net her the win.
Very, very true.
Ben Roethlisberger coming back from an injury this year. Juju, the number 1 receiver on the team.
Okay, so taking... I know what's been a big subject. And this isn't the dream team. This is the behind the counter. So Tom Propaganda is no longer on here right now. Okay?
What do you have to say?
After looking at maybe week 1, I know we're not completely done with week 1, but the rankings, where do you think they fall now? I mean, I don't know. Tom's still...
it's power rankings. I mean, obviously...
You really can't do power rankings until after...
Yours will probably be on the top. After that, probably Austin. Then... I guess this is probably going to be off points alone. Because that's all we really have to go on.
But is there one team that's... Okay, let's rephrase it. Who is the biggest disappointment this week?
Probably my team. Whatever. Proposing that question to me.
Well, I mean...
Nate's kind of disappointing as well, because he had Tom on the ropes. That would have been a great upset had Nate beat.
Tom is stressing.
That's a very big rivalry. Me and Tom's a big rivalry, but him and Tom's a pretty deep rivalry.
We've been joking around over at House Shevlin, but, Tom was the number 1 pick in fantasy football, and he pretty much had to pick Christian McCaffrey. But he kind of wanted that Clyde guy, and he kept talking about it, and here was he possibly losing to the very guy he wanted to pick up, but no, he couldn't.
One could say I got screwed over by my position in the draft pick, which Tom handpicked. Very absurd. But we'll see how it goes. I haven't lost faith in my team. I picked up a couple replacements just in case. I won't panic after 1 week, but if I go out and get slapped around by Dave Mann next week, that'll be...
Are you really going to allow
Dave? His team's
Dave?
not bad either, so it could very well happen.
Dave is a classic regular season guy. He always does well in the regular
It's a
season.
very reasonable chance that I do lose to Dave next week. But
And Dave gets an extra pep in his step when he's walking around taking people's cheeks in fantasy football.
right now he's projected to beat me by 3 points.
You know who I go up against next week?
Who?
It's a very big week. Because here's what happens next week. And here's how I'm going to build this game. So I got to talk about it now, because next week it'll be over. It's Dan versus Tyler. Now, but think of where these teams are.
The best
You
part
have
about
me
that-
possibly coming out with the most points scored. So another win solidifies my team as probably being legitimately good. Tyler's coming off of a loss. If he loses, he may make his team pretty hot garbage. So the reality is, there's two teams trying to identify
this is
themselves.
a no-win, no-loss for you here.
What do you mean?
Or, I mean, it's a no-win scenario for you, basically. Tyler comes out and takes your cheeks next week. I mean, the shit talk will be outrageous.
I have to win.
But if he wins, but if you win, it's whatever, because your team is already better. So.
No. If I walk in playing Tyler next week and I win, and I crush him, and I stomp his throat in like I did Jeremy this week, okay, I'm setting myself as I'm a team not to be messed with.
You better watch your mouth. He's not here to defend himself.
I am making my team set as a team not to fool around with. I'm putting a lot of people on notice.
You almost made me spit out my drink.
Don't think Tom's not noticing
No
myself.
one's afraid of your squad, Dan.
I'm potentially racking up 135 points this week.
Like I said in the little chat between me, you, and Tom earlier, I said, walk around like a tough guy this week. You've earned it. One who knows a nice spot to be at. However, will you know where to find the light when the dark
Mike, you're
note
talking to
hits?
you're
The endurance
throwing.
of the league comes calling for you, boy. Last year it buried you.
It didn't bury me. I finished
I just
third.
want you to make sure
Top
you're
three.
aware.
Top 3 last year.
Yeah, but you were undefeated for a long time.
I want 0-5. I want 5-0. I mean, yeah, my team has some hiccups and we had some problems. But we made ourselves into the playoffs and came out with the top 3, and we only lost. Okay, because some crazy guy way outscored me, and I had 130 points scored to begin with.
Sounds like the screw job.
This is a non-PPR league.
But if we're going like we're saying, it sounds like he just took your fucking cheeks. That's what you said.
But the reality
He didn't
is,
just take your cheeks.
next
he
week is a
slapped you
very
around.
big. Next week, me 2 teams out for a win. Tyler, who, if he finds himself in the 0-2 spot, that's a very deep spot to be in. Let's be honest with you. Okay, everyone has the first loss. Okay, man, just, whatever, first loss. When you go 0-2,
That's the darkest place.
it's the dark spot. Okay? 0-2 means you haven't gotten 2 wins at all your first 2 games, and now it's time for some serious concern.
It'll probably be best that Dave's off next Sunday, so I don't have to look at him while we play the whole day, smiling at me.
I'm intrigued for a lot of different. It's a very, very important game between Tyler and I next week. Trash talking aside, it sets 2 teams apart. Either myself going 2-0, or him going 0-2. And another thing, I can't wait to hear what don't you have to say later tonight. Austin taking your cheeks, and Tyler trying to defend why your team is good. I'm very, very intrigued to find out what these two have to say tonight. Assuming Tyler's on the program, I'm guessing he's going to be on there.
Sometimes in fantasy, you just take tough losses, and I think that's what he'll have to say for his loss as well. Just the way she fucking goes in fantasy.
And
Granted,
I
I haven't lost in week 1 in a while, so this sucks particularly. But
and it's against Dave. There's very few people I don't like to lose to, and I will be honest, I don't like losing to Dave. Probably because I have to look him in the face when he comes in here the next day. There's very few people I don't. There's only like you and Tom. I don't like to lose, but Dave, I don't like to lose to Dave. Tyler, I don't like to. Nate, I don't like to lose to Nate.
me and Dave's matchups are very, very gentlemanly, but now my back's up against the wall, so
And Dave's going to have a win already coming
I
in.
can't afford to lose to good old Dave on this one. It'll be a good battle.
I'm very, very intrigued to find out where the rankings are. Maybe we'll post the rankings on our Instagram account,
It's not a bad idea.
so people can kind of get an idea of where
A
our
couple
teams are.
inappropriate names on there, but
Is there really that many? Yeah, well, the ones that just get removed. Other than that, there's only one, right? That I can think of.
just blank it out. And leave
I just won't put the last word.
Is it really that
Dance
bad?
Darkness, whatever. People think it's my team, probably.
Perhaps you could negotiate a name change with the door.
I'm not negotiating anything with them. It's an absurd name to begin with. That, ironically, Austin started.
It's had the long repercussions on the league, that little joke. Let's just say someone that shall not be named said Dan's head looks like a dildo.
Which makes no sense. Yeah, I don't think he said I don't think he said it looks like it.
Did he say it is one?
No. He worded it different. He said he slapped one. And then the joke turned into something
said the
else.
winner of
And I
the-
think either Tyler or Nate turned it into something
You
else.
said third place gets to throw a dildo at a target on your head. Classic.
Is it really that funny, Mike?
The laugh that you did made it a little better.
Is it really that funny?
I just,
Do you need to
When
get your
you-
laughs out as I sit here and wait?
when I said it, I just pictured actually doing it to you, and it would be hilarious.
Not really.
I would probably throw a match just to get an opportunity at the third place position, if that was the reward.
We never said that's the reward.
I think we agreed upon it in chat.
Austin being a rookie in the league, taking shots already.
We agreed that third place gets to throw a
He
dildo.
took a shot at me and started a nickname,
you better
which, by
hope-
the way, I have not addressed. In fact, I'm going against my moral by even addressing it right now. I have not addressed it once in chat at all. With all the jokes that have been said, I just have gone around it. But two, he him in here and took your cheeks as well, a three-time
Stop bringing
champ.
that up.
Slapping
What's that
around
have
a lot
to
of
do with
champions right
anything?
now. And he got into a war with Tom over PPR.
Yeah, he's making his presence known. As most new people, I will say beginner's luck. That's all I got to say about that. The endurance of the league, what I said to you goes double for him. He's yet to experience the endurance of the league yet. The hunger that hits the waiver wire throughout the season.
The endurance of the league, and true.
Once the injuries start to hit and there's nothing but scraps on the waiver wire, we'll be starting.
I've been trying to say I'm trying to think of what we got to say with all the people that are going to be talking about fantasy this week, because we know Dave will be talking about it a little bit on Weekend Wednesday, I'm sure. You and Tom will be talking about it on Dream Team. Tyler and Austin will be talking it on Monday Night Gaming. So this is my only time to really get to talk about it here on Behind the Counter. So I'm trying to make sure I get all my little points out, all my little digs.
Let me take a look at all the matchups as well. This is going to be when I address it all.
I mean, really, you can count this as Fantasy Week here on the channel for the first week. Everyone will be giving in their 2 cents.
I mean, other than that, I hope Steph destroys Nico. Because I can't stand Nico's team since he entered the league. He's a little weasel. His teams are always scraping for... I don't think he's ever made playoffs, but he's always very close to making playoffs.
Nico?
Did he make playoffs?
He
Mr.
missed it last
Rainwater?
year. He missed it last year, didn't he?
I know he didn't make it last year. I'm not sure if he made it the year before that, though. He could potentially be dangerous if he were to make playoffs, but he never will, so... Tyler does have a very slight chance to still pull it out.
Against Dave?
His kicker would have to get 30 points.
I don't think he's aiming for that one.
And maybe if Philip Lindsay had negative points, Dave still has a running back to go. TJ, Dave Rizzo's team, I don't know.
It's dead heat.
No.
Let me see if I can try to pull it up.
This is the classic one where Rizzo's 2 guys will get like 2 points each. It'll be the classic screw job. Honestly, I'd like to see TJ lose your father because he's a ruthless bully in chat. And he needs to know his role.
Yeah, I think it just popped up. So there you go. For people watching on chat,
Nice.
there's the current standings. I was able to pull it up. So there you can see everyone's name. Well, one name showing up, but whatever.
I think we discussed it enough to let it out.
There is the current standings, the current matchups.
Oh, look at all these bots that just joined.
Who?
To want to become famous, to buy followers, primes, and views on bigfollows.com.
We don't need that shit.
We're getting lit up right now.
They're all the same.
There's 5 different people.
We don't want you. We don't need you. But yeah, so right there. So there you got. I mean, clearly, I'm just laying the smackdown on the matchups right now, and I'll keep saying it.
If your 2 running backs come out tonight and they're all absurd, your team could be somewhat threatening. But I have a suspicion one of your guys will do you dirty.
Okay, that's great. Let them
And
do me
it'll
dirty.
put a
Let's
crack
get that
in
week
you.
out of the way.
It'll get the crack in your armor.
Let's get the bad week out of the way. If they're gonna lay an egg.
What do you think about Nyheim Hines? What are you going to do with
Taking
him?
over from Marlon Mack.
Do you think he's starting on your team
Are you
now?
proposing a trade?
I didn't go that far.
I am very happy.
I'm just wondering if he's taking a spot on your team. Do you think he's potentially better than any of your starters right now?
I am very happy. By the way, this is my team for people watching. I am very happy right now with my lineup. And I don't mind having a 4th running back.
He actually had one injury going into it. I forgot.
Fucking Kenny Galladay
I'm saying the juice
gets
that he
injured
did.
and he's not even like playing.
This could have been actually far more outrageous against Jeremy than it was.
One could say I gave him mercy by not starting Kenny Galladay.
You let him rest because you knew it would be an easy...
I mean, Anthony Miller, 13 points. I mean,
I hate
Nyheim
the
Hines.
Bears. They're the most unreliable team.
I mean, I remember Tom, your bench, you don't have a good bench. I would say it's a pretty decent bench.
Josh Gordon might not even play.
But I'm taking a chance. I'm reaching out. I got
It's good
some
to
room.
have one spot on your team that's fluid always.
Hey, if he comes back,
Your
who knows?
experimental roster spot where you can drop or change.
I
whatever
kind
you
of
need.
thought they may say, hey, week 1, come on back. But,
This
you
is
know.
your first drop if you see somebody you like
Oh,
out
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
That's how it's
That Gazeki guy,
All
I
these
kind of
other
heard good
guys
things
are
about
worth-
him. He's another one. I mean, my only concern on my team right now is in the tight ends.
I will say this Hines pick is extremely fucking lucky. There is absolutely no reason for him to be rostered on your squad.
But he was.
And you got rewarded by pure luck now.
I was not rewarded.
No one can foresee someone tearing their Achilles, the Kobe injury, in the very first game of the season.
Mike, I pick off a skill. I
You must have read that somewhere.
I just don't go picking off.
Someone must have put it on the internet and put it into your brain.
Let me tell you why I'm a 2-time champ. Was I do my research.
Because you actually.
I run this town camp, does their research
I'm
on
gonna whip
prospects.
out a ridiculously hard take on your squad right now, and I don't have the research to back it up. But for next week, I will. I think you pretty much just essentially fucking auto-drafted your squad.
Auto-drafted?
I bet you just took the best person on top of the board every time. Saquon Barkley, that was hard to decide. Kenny Galladay, I think he falls right into where...
Calvin Ridley?
I think that falls right into where...
Tyler
you picked
Higbee?
the gun. Right when the round
Oh, I'm
comes
sorry.
back around.
Mike Gesicki?
That is like a 12th round guy.
Okay, randomly.
I'm not talking about Mike Gesicki. He's got 3 points.
But Tom wanted him. Tom was mad that I picked him up.
Because Tom has literally no tight end.
But because I picked him up. Anthony Miller.
I mean, I'm sure he'd...
Aaron Rodgers in the 10th round.
You're just picking up people that no one picked up, so they're on the top of the board.
Absolutely not.
You're just like, oh, look at this.
You're
deal
mumbling
that
and
Yahoo-
fumbling, and you're
that
trying to...
Yahoo projected above, but nobody wants.
Absolutely not.
Auto-drafting bastard.
James Conner.
I'm sure he was the top on the board for running backs at that point.
Can you even go back and look at that?
Probably.
Let's take a look at another winning squad. Oh, what do we got here? You want to explain yourself on this one?
Let me see what you're looking at. What are you trying to explain? What would you like me to explain?
I don't know. Why don't you explain?
Russell went off. Tyreek had a game that was
because my team is so auto-picked. Well, what about your team here? Why don't you explain where you're at right now?
I took some chances being the 12th pick in the draft, the last pick, through fucking spite of the league, and I think I still did okay. I have a couple players that still need some time to develop to take their starting role, like Zach Moss, James Robinson. He's still splitting carries, Zach Moss. Devontae Parker's injured. I took him in the 5th round. That was a shame. So, I think what about Adrian Peterson there?
What about him?
He had 100 yards rushing for the
You didn't
Lions.
start him.
I'm just saying. Everyone was saying
He's washed
to drop
up,
him.
Mike.
Everyone was saying to drop him, but he's going
He
out.
is washed.
Who else
I
is
see. Oh,
there?
you picked up Eric Ebron, didn't you? I knew you would.
Why would you know?
I saw him. I looked at him.
Were you checking him out?
Nah, he came across my
You had no
research
need
department.
for him with 2 tight ends.
I'm not solid on my 2 tight ends. I would definitely drop them for a better tight end.
I will say
I'm taking a reach on them. I'm hoping to be like last year when the I Run This Town research department came up with Mark Andrews and it was a big hit. And look at him now. He's delivering for Nate. But that's a good
That
old
was a
I
big
Run
time
This
miss
Town
for
recruit right
That
there.
was a big time miss for me that I did not take Mark Andrews this year. I normally like to take a good tight end in the 2nd round. I didn't really feel confident in Kelsey this year. And I don't really like George Kittle with his quarterback. Who is the guy? Jimmy Garoppolo. He's just average. But Mark Andrews, I don't know where he went. I think in the 3rd round. That was
But
a
2
pretty good
defenses,
steal
really?
for him.
You need 2 defenses?
That was part of my games that didn't work out. I just took an extra defense at first, so Austin couldn't get it. And then I was like, well, that's actually... I didn't want to start my starting running back against my defense. That's normally not a good formula. And I had Nick Chubb going against Baltimore. But Baltimore beat the bear shit out of the Browns, and I should have just left it as it was.
Well, there you go. There's a look at Mike and I's teams. But we gave our analysis of our teams. I'm sure other people on the channel will be talking about theirs throughout the week as we move on here on Insane Games TV. We were off last week, Labor Day. Danny NASCAR was off. It was a very, very busy week business-wise here for the channel. A lot of things in the works. I can't necessarily say what. But Mike and I went on a few field trips looking at some cool stuff here for the channel. Got a new streamer that's coming on board. Not ready to announce yet who that is. So we'll probably do that.
With all the secrecy.
Well, we can't address things until they're official.
All the cloak and dagger.
I gotta try this. So let me go over this. Mike and I, we went on this mission to try to find as many Mountain Dew flavors as we can. Okay, we went to a Hess station, we went to a Sunoco, we went to FYE, we went to Walmart, and because everywhere I seem to go, I see a different Mountain Dew flavor, and I'm not a big Mountain Dew fan. But maybe I will be after trying some of these. I don't know.
This would be good for you.
Okay,
You
but
might
we're
like
gonna go through and try these Mountain Dew flavors in a few minutes. But being the candy connoisseur that I am, I love candy, and I'm a big Skittles fan.
You gotta do those.
I'm not quite sure what the Bright Side Skittles, and just called Bright Side.
Do they have an opposite dark side, or they might?
I think there is a dark side.
Yeah.
So I've never seen these before. So there's a regular Skittles. Then you have the Wild Berry Skittles.
Let me see the bag.
And then you have the tropical Skittles. Now those 3 have been iconic forever. Those different.
All right, I have
But
the
now
flavors.
you have. I think there is a dark side.
Did you see the flavors on the bag?
Yeah. What is it?
Pink lemonade, kiwi banana. That one's gonna be good. Paradise punch, watermelon, and tangerine.
So, can you name the different Skittle flavors?
Original, tropical, sour. Was there another one in there?
Wild Berry.
Wild berry.
Classic. My favorite, definitely
Was it
Wild
berries
Berry.
and cream? Was that
No.
Skittles as well?
Absolutely not.
Berries and cream. Berries and cream.
Isn't there a Are they good? Well, I'm getting greens. I'm getting all these greens.
The
So I think
banana
we're
one's
trying
good.
the Skittles, the bright side. Now, was there the dark side? Is that one?
I think there is. Hey, I have a computer right here. I'll look it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to guess them all. Pull up all the Skittle kinds, and I'm gonna try to guess them all.
Hold on.
I'm not sure how I feel about these Skittles.
Yeah, there was Dark Side.
Don't tell me!
Well, Dark Side, we just asked. We had
Can
to
you-
confirm that.
Can you go on Wikipedia and look up all the Skittle kinds? Like, I got a green, an orange, 3 greens.
Oh, yeah.
You got them all?
Hold on.
Don't tell me though.
There's some of these you'll never get. There's no way. Alright.
You ready? I write them down as I say them. How many total?
Mm, there's about 30 different ones. About 40, actually.
What?
40 different ones.
Ready?
I'll grade you. If you get all the good ones, I'll say you did pretty well. Because there's a couple crazy ones in there. List all the ones you can.
Do I have to be exact?
I'll give you some leeway.
Alright. Skittles. Wild Berry. Tropical. Dark Side. Bright Side. Sours. Chocolate.
That was one that I didn't know, actually. That's on there.
Gum. I think there's a gum flavored one.
Yep. You probably looked this up pretty recently, didn't you?
No.
Yeah.
You've
You've never had the gum ones.
What?
You've never had the gum ones nor the chocolate ones, boy.
I can't think of any more.
Let's see the ones you missed. Let me see your list. Do you have them all written? Just to be sure.
It's not bad.
Mint. You missed the mint.
Mint?
Smoothie flavored.
No one's ever heard of that.
I've seen smoothie flavored ones.
I haven't.
Skittles Confused. Crazy Cores. Tart and Tangy. Oh, that actually was replaced by Sour Skittles in 1992, before I was born.
What?
Skittles Confused.
Mm-mm.
That's only in the UK. So
Sour Skittles came out in 1992?
That's what they said.
Seriously?
If Wikipedia is to be trusted, there's licorice ones, citrus flavored.
I think I remember the liquor. Are these like mainstream Skittle ones or
They're on the
one-time
page.
hits?
Sweet and sours. I'm skipping ones that are stupid. There's a lot. Ah! Got me whipped out my commands back. Skittles Orchards. I think I remember that one.
Dumb.
Skittles Imposters. Sour Wild Berry. And Skittles Chewies. Oh no, that was only in the UK.
Those are all the flavors?
Those are the ones I thought were good. There's all like ones like Zombie Skittles, I didn't count that. Sweet Heat, I guess that was a real one. Summer Splash, Love Mix, Holiday Mix, Skittles Sweet Heat again, Trick Plays, Pride Fruits, Fruits and Sours, Skittles Cauldron, Skittles America Mix, Flavor Mashups, Seattle Mix Skittles. Oh, that was only in the released as Super Bowl something edition.
I must say, I'm slightly disappointed in the Bright Side Skittles. I thought the flavors would be a little bit more
I
enjoyable.
like the banana one.
Yeah, I can't even taste them. What color is that one? The yellow?
Yeah. Or is your nose plugged?
Of course, there's like no yellow visible. I can see here on the top of the bag. I'm getting all orange and greens. I'm actually slightly disappointed.
Let's go.
Nonetheless, I can't turn down eating Skittles, so they are very, very good.
I got a couple good colors right there.
Where did your yellow one come from?
You want to try one?
No.
I didn't touch it.
What flavors are the dark side one? Can you click and it gives you the flavors?
It actually has a breakdown of all the flavors on all of them here. It's very informative. Skittles Dark Side. Pomegranate Black Cherry. Forbidden Fruit. The purple one. So it's Sweet Strawberry in UK. Midnight Lime. Dark Berry and Blood Orange.
Do they still make it?
It says it returned to the United States in 2019.
It did or didn't?
Did.
I haven't seen them. Like, where are all these Skittles? If these are all like real things, where are they all? Because I don't see them anywhere.
They go seasonal. Other than that, I think that's it, boy.
Which one's your favorite?
These flavors?
Skittles in general.
All time.
I must say, there's nothing
I want
wrong.
to say original, but I really do like the wild berry, I think, more.
Wild Berry are classics. That said, I love a good original every once in a while.
It's a good day to go back.
Because you go back and you taste all the original flavors. And they're not bad.
Well,
I don't know how I feel about the bright sided ones. I'm kind of the hype is disappointing. I kind of thought they'd be a little bit better.
they're good enough.
So, as I'm sitting here munching on these, what do you think about the new Xbox news is all coming out?
What about it? Just the price is all I really heard.
Xbox Series X, $499, November 10th.
Are we getting them here or what?
I'd like to. It's going to be a work in progress.
What's that supposed to be?
They're not going to be easy to get.
No, you'd think for you they would be.
You know, they're popping on our doorstep?
You have to order one from the old vendor.
Yeah, they have them for us. We're like, sorry, Dan, get in line.
They might hook it up. Just say please.
I doubt it. And then they said that there's a new payment plan option. There's a new payment. You can get a payment plan on it. They're trying to work in their little Xbox Gold Pass or whatever it is, and you can actually set up a goal. You can set up a payment plan, and that you can get the Xbox through that. So you don't have to pay $4.99. I think it's like $40 a month, I think, for your Xbox for 24 months or something like that.
Who's offering this?
Xbox.
Just straight up through them?
Yeah. Look up payment plan.
We'll get those Skittles, boy.
You want more?
I like them.
They seem like they're like an off of the tropical
I think
one.
many places offer payment plans on it, though.
This
What,
is directly
like,
from Xbox.
Like Aaron's TV, isn't that where we
Well,
got
that's
it?
different. You end up paying more for
Or
it at the end of the
DJs.
day. You
Well,
gonna look
yeah.
it up?
I don't need to know. You already told me, boy.
Yeah, you're doing.
Guess I'll look it up.
So I'm kind of intrigued to see what goes on with that. For, you know, that could be something that's of interest. Plus, apparently you automatically get the Xbox Game Pass in there. The xCloud, you get all the games. So they pretty much say that is...
Because GameStop will be offering payment plans for Xbox.
That's the new thing now, payment plans and everything.
And that's when, yeah, they'll be available on monthly payment plans.
Are we doing payment plans?
I don't think that's all necessary.
And if they don't pay, you gonna go knocking on their door?
We're not doing. Oh, yeah, I didn't do. I thought, am I buying one with that? Is that what you asked me?
No, I'm saying, if everyone's doing payment plans, why wouldn't we do them here? You bring that motherfucking thing back here?
You want to hunt people down?
I'm gonna be calling out Dog the Bounty Hunter!
On Sunday nights when we close, we go around and we collect money.
Dave, go knock on his door and ask for his $40. I'll wait here in the car.
I'd rather die than do that. The blue one is moist.
I don't know about that. Are we trying these Mountain Dews or what? What's
Are
the
you
game
getting us
plan
cups
here?
or what?
Where am I gonna get cups from?
You said you were getting them from Annie Ann's, like you were so confident before we started. So go get them from Annie Ann's, boy.
You need to give me two? Are you gonna keep the people talking?
Should I do Skittle Wars in the meantime?
I don't even know what that means.
It's when you crush two of them together and see which one's the victor.
I guess. Try it.
Blue is the superior one. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different Mountain Dew flavors to try for this. I don't think Dan's ever had a Mountain Dew in his life. So, he interestingly did not include the original flavor. So he's over at Annie Ann's explaining himself now. He just said he's never had a Mountain Dew.
Our good old friends over at Annie Ann's here in the Wilton Mall. Jen and Cody hooking us up. Make sure you're checking on Instagram. I think. How you doing? Alright, actually, they even said we'll give you the clear cup so you can see the color of the Mountain Dew.
It's not a bad idea.
Even though we can kind of see it. So,
I gave him a small rundown. I said we have 6 different flavors, and you've never had a Mountain Dew before while you were
I've had Code Red. So let's start with Code Red. See how I've had it.
Let me go get the other cold one out of the fridge.
For what?
For what it needs. I put one in the fridge for the
Oh, well, chop chop, boy.
Well, you gotta pour it out.
While Mike's doing that, you guys, thanks for tuning in here behind the counter live here on Instant Games TV. Monday Night Gaming is going to be later tonight, 8 o'clock, with Austin and probably Tyler joining him from Thirsty Thursdays. They'll be doing some gaming, talking football, maybe talking some fantasy as we were talking as well. Mike and I, as he sits back down, are going to be doing a Mountain Dew taste test here. I'm going to determine what... Have you had all these flavors?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
I consider myself a Mountain Dew connoisseur.
I'm going to decide which one I like best. Now, I'm only having a little bit. I'm not getting like a sugar high having 15 different Mountain Dews.
Whatever one you like the most, you're going to have to chug at the end.
No. I got to make sure I drink it all, though, because then I got to...
The one that you like it the most, you're going to chug at the end. And I think that's completely reasonable. And I'll chug the one you hate the most at the end. So
I don't dislike the red.
It's like fruit punch flavored Mountain Dew or cherry. I think it's cherry.
I'm not sure I like the aftertaste.
It's a little rough. You also have Skittles on the palate right now.
What do you mean? They're out of my breath. I took some water.
You cleanse the palate first.
I don't think I'm going to like the orange, but you ready?
You might like it.
So this is
You like fresh
Mountain
stuff.
Dew Live Wire. Dew sparked with natural and artificial orange flavor.
Wait, hold it up so the camera can see it. We've all seen Live Wire.
And we are not sponsored by Mountain Dew, by
Are
the
you
way.
going to clean the cup out?
How am I going to do that?
It's going to taint the flavors. I'm just kidding. That's too crazy. The true palate cleanser.
Okay, we're now trying the Mountain Dew Live Wire. Now, which one's more the gaming one that they use with the gaming?
This is the gaming one.
The Live Wire?
Tastes
I mean,
like
not-
orange jello, kind of.
It's not bad, but at least your lips all sticky after.
That's just any soda.
Not really.
Kind of. So, first thoughts? Still Mountain Dew Code Red your favorite out of those?
To be honest with you, The only Mountain Dew I really don't like so far is the regular Mountain Dew. They pop me over one of those blue ones.
We'll go Frostbite next. The
Now this one I've only seen at Walmart.
This one's interesting.
So this one is Mountain Dew Frostbite.
It's got a shark on it. For the Jaws fans out there.
Now what ones do you know that we couldn't find?
This one I've never tried myself, so.
There is some frost coming out of that.
The ones we couldn't find, I thought we found pretty much all of them. Baja Blast, Taco Bell.
Where was that one?
That's only at Taco Bell.
No, they've been selling them lately.
Well, we went to Walmart. That's seasonal, so if they had them out, they would have been there. This one doesn't really taste like anything.
What's
After
it?
drinking the other ones, kind of overpowered by the other ones, I'd say.
What is it supposed to be? Like blue raspberry? Ugh.
Yeah.
I actually don't like the aftertaste.
Not a fan. Hold on.
That said, I do think this one has the coolest label.
It does have the coolest label.
Alright, next one.
Yeah, that one's pretty weak. You want to go voltage, or you
We'll
want
save
to
the Halloween one for last.
All right, so next is the voltage. This is a classic flavor. That was a video game one for a little bit.
This one's a classic one.
I remember the first time I had it was one of those little
Okay,
trucks.
Mountain Dew charged with raspberry citrus flavor, and what does that say? Ginseng.
That's interesting, actually.
Ginseng.
It's like it's in tea that gives you energy.
How do you know that?
Because I drink tea from time to time.
You're a tea drinker?
Not a lot. This one's one that, like, people used to get in the cans and put in the fridge. It's actually very good to the other ones. Compared to the last blue one, this one has a much more powerful flavor.
I'm not sure I taste the difference between the two blues.
This one's stronger, unless that other one is flat.
This one has a different aftertaste.
This one tastes like the blue part of a bomb pop. You ever eat those?
Ding, that's it.
No.
Yep. Well, it's raspberry. Probably blue
No.
raspberry.
No.
You can drink all these after we did this? If I put them in the
If
refrigerator?
you put them in the fridge, I'll drink them. We were clean about it.
Which one? You want
There
that
was
one?
no lips on it. This is the. Alright. Do we want to do Japanese or do we want to do?
Oh
Halloween
shit, that's what it
first?
is. The other one. Do the Japanese one.
Over Halloween.
Is this one grape?
This one's grape.
This actually could be my favorite.
This one's the rarest, so you can't just go out and buy them at the store.
Even the can looks weird.
It's super thick. You'll have to peel it. Actually, first thing.
Smell like grape.
Very powerful grape smell. The color is kind of
What kind of color is that?
you guys have- I don't know where you smelt that flavor before.
It's like a what is it? Grapefruit.
Grape gummies. It's like a grape gummy flavor.
You know what it tastes like?
Like your favorite fruit snacks almost.
High chews.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's exactly it. The grape high chew.
It tastes just like the grape high chew. Not sure I like it though. It feels weird to be in a drink.
It's not bad. I probably wouldn't pick this flavor though.
We should take a picture of all these before we open them.
I had to finish it, but I felt like I had.
I'm
to.
not quite sure
I
how I
was
feel about
forced
the
to
grape
finish
one.
that one.
Alright, so this one's the new Mountain Dew Mystery Flavor Voodoo 2020 edition.
Starting to get a little bit of energy drink buzz going.
Really? Now, what you said this is supposed to be what?
They say on the Mountain Dew website that it's candy corn flavor. But
Candy corn?
Ca-
Now,
yeah.
I love candy corn.
But I'll let you tell me what you think it tastes like and what the general consensus was.
Skittles.
It tastes exactly like a handful of Skittles.
It's Skittles. Not only does it smell like it, it tastes just like Skittles. I can't eat a whole bottle, drink a whole bottle of that.
I would give you probably a bellyache. I did drink a whole one earlier.
Give you a bellyache. It most definitely would give you a bellyache.
It's gotta be really cold.
So if I had to rate one right now, which one do I like?
You start from bottom to top. Did you write them down?
No, but I know. The citrus, not the shark one, frostbite. Frostbite least favorite, followed by the voodoo one.
You didn't like that at all?
No. Followed by the blue raspberry one. Orange. And then my favorite's Code Red. That's all of them, right?
Yeah. I have an almost similar list. Me, I said my least favorite was Frostbite. Second least favorite was the grape. That was whack. And then fourth place, Live Wire. I think I like the Voodoo more than the Live Wire.
Really?
And then Code Red, and then I put Voltage number 1.
Pretty similar.
Yep.
Not bad. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up here. We're over the hour mark here, behind the counter, live here at Instant Games TV. Make sure you check us out. Give us a follow here at Twitch, Instant Games TV _. And of course, we got Monday Night Gaming coming up later tonight. We still got a lot of things we didn't talk about tonight, so we'll have a lot to talk about next week, and hopefully have a few big announcements. Maybe two next week to announce.
A lot to talk about.
We'll have a lot of fun to talk about as well. But appreciate everyone tuning in. We did our Mountain Dew challenge, taste these new Skittles, fantasy football talk, and much more. We hope you have a fantastic evening. Monday Night Gaming with AC Weezy is later tonight. Make sure you check them out. And make sure you check everything out for the whole channel all week long. Other than that, anything else? Hope you have a great night, and see you next time here on Behind the Counter. Adios.